Hey everyone, and welcome to Bible Tales for All Ages. Today we're diving into one of the most transformative teachings of Jesus, the Sermon on the Mount. Found in the Gospel of Matthew, chapters 5 through 7, this sermon is packed with wisdom that can change our lives. Let's take a closer look at what Jesus taught and what it means for us today. Imagine this: Jesus' fame is spreading far and wide. Crowds are gathering, eager to hear his teachings and witness his miracles. One day Jesus sees the crowd, goes up on a mountainside, sits down, and begins to teach. This moment becomes the Sermon on the Mount, a teaching that still resonates with people all over the world. Jesus starts his sermon with the Beatitudes, a series of blessings that describe the rewards for those who live according to God's ways. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. These Beatitudes teach us that true happiness doesn't come from worldly success or power, but from living in alignment with God's will. Jesus encourages us to be humble, compassionate, and merciful, and to seek righteousness and peace in all that we do. He speaks about love and forgiveness, saying, "You have heard it said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Jesus teaches that love should extend even to those who oppose us, reflecting God's boundless love. In the Lord's Prayer, Jesus teaches, "Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors." Jesus calls his followers to a higher standard of righteousness, saying, "Unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven." True righteousness is about having a pure heart and sincere intentions. Jesus encourages sincere and private prayer, reassuring us that God knows our needs even before we ask. He says, "Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." One of the most famous teachings from the Sermon on the Mount is the Golden Rule. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. This simple yet profound principle encapsulates much of Jesus' teachings about love, kindness, and respect. Jesus also speaks about the narrow path, urging us to choose the way of righteousness, even though it may be difficult. As Jesus concludes his sermon, he emphasizes the importance of putting his teachings into practice. He compares those who hear his words and act on them to a wise man who built his house on a rock. When the storms came, the house stood firm. In contrast, those who hear his words but do not act on them are like a foolish man who built his house on sand, which collapsed when the storms came. The Sermon on the Mount is a call to live a life deeply rooted in God's truth, love, and righteousness. It challenges us to look beyond outward appearances and to cultivate a heart that seeks after God in all things. Thank you for joining us on Bible Tales for All Ages. I hope this story has inspired you to live out the teachings of Jesus in your own life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful and uplifting Bible stories that can inspire and guide people of all ages.